and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Hannah Miller, and I know it's been quite a while actually since I last vlogged or last recorded anything. I've been actually going through a lot. I've been sick. I'll talk to you guys all about it later. I'll catch you guys up on everything that's going on. I decided today, because I miss vlogging, I decided that I was gonna do like a little day in my life, social distancing, kind of self-quarantining, and yeah, I just decided I wanted to show you guys what I'm kind of doing during this weird time right now and during this whole social distancing thing. So yeah, I just actually made breakfast. I'm doing intermittent fasting. I've been doing it for a few months now. I can't eat until 11, but it's like 11 right now. It's 10:55, so it's almost 11. But I can't, like, my start time is 11 and I go from 11 to 7. So that's what I'm gonna do right now is I made some breakfast. I made what I've been like eating every day for a little while. I made some oatmeal, and in it I put some peanut butter, just like a scoop of the spoon. So peanut butter, bananas, blueberries, honey, and then cinnamon. And then I just made my coffee out there. You guys saw I just put like the froth milk on it and stuff. And yeah, this is what I've been eating lately. And I love oatmeal and all that stuff, but I've been eating it also because of things I'll discuss later in the video. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. I'm probably gonna watch some YouTube videos or Netflix or something while I'm eating that, and then I have to actually head over to Allie's because I'm gonna watch Blue, her dog, for her while she's gone, because her and her boyfriend work like all day and they don't want him in his crate all day and stuff. So I'm gonna go and let him out and sit with him for a little bit and do some schoolwork and things like that while I'm over there. But yeah, right now that's what I'm gonna do is eat breakfast, and then I'll catch you guys after. Guys, this weather is not it. I'm at the gas station right now. I had to stop and get gas. Luckily though, gas is really cheap right now. So if you're getting it right now, it's $1.66 at the gas station I'm at. That's lit. So yeah, that's what I'm doing right now is getting gas. The weather is terrible. And then I'm gonna head to Allie's. Don't forget to sanitize your hands. Hi, buddy. Come on. Oh, crazy. Oh, crazy. Come on, let's go. It's rainy. You're adorable. Hi guys, so I'm sitting here with handsome Blue. He's going crazy right now. But I just got to Allie's and I let Blue out, as y'all saw in the last clip. And we've just been hanging out and chilling. For a little bit. I've been giving him some love, but I figured before I start doing anything else, why don't I talk to you guys about what's kind of been going on, why I've been kind of MIA lately, and just chat about maybe 3 weeks ago, I would say. Sorry, that fan is really loud, so sorry if like it comes on and off every now and then, but their fan is really loud for their AC. But anyways, about a few weeks, I don't remember, it was a few weeks ago, I started feeling really sick, like flu-like symptoms. Oh, disclaimer, I don't have coronavirus, so when I'm talking, I don't have corona. Blue, did you just fart? Your tummy hurt? Oh, you love your tummy. So anyways, I don't have corona, but basically what happened was I was home. I started getting like a really high fever. It was like 102 fever, chills, super bad body aches. So I figured, you know, I probably have the flu. And my throat didn't hurt, my nose wasn't stuffy, I didn't have a cough, like no other symptoms besides my body aches, chills, fever, and then I had a really bad headache. Like it was a lasting headache for a few days. And so that was pretty like odd for me, because I had never had I've had the flu before, but normally when I had the flu, I had like other symptoms like sore throat and things like that. But for this one, it was weird because I didn't have any of those symptoms. So luckily when I got sick, I was at my house, like not at my apartment at school, but I was at my house. because I was helping my mom with my little brothers because she was out of town for work, and she was getting back the next day. I got sick, so luckily like she was able to go with me to urgent care because I'm a baby when I get sick, and I didn't want to go by myself because I literally couldn't even like get up without like just wanting to crawl in a ball. And so she came home and she took me to urgent care extremely early so I could get there as soon as possible. And so when I got there, they did a flu test, and the flu test was negative. So I was like, what the heck? So they didn't do a strep test because my throat wasn't really hurting or anything. They didn't do a mono test, which I didn't even think of mono. They didn't do a mono test either, and the doctor kind of came in. It's an urgent care, not to trash talk urgent cares, but we weren't able to go to my doctor. So like when the doctor came in, she kind of was just like, we're just gonna treat you as if you had the flu. So she gave me some Tamiflu to take. She was like, fluids, rest, whatever, like you have the flu. Sometimes those tests aren't always like reliable, all of this stuff. So I was like, okay, fine. So I took some Tamiflu and I felt a little better, not really, but I was kind of just resting, laying in bed. Took a few Tamiflus, whatever, the next day took Tamiflu. And then I started to get this really, really bad stomach pain, like pain I had never felt before. And I couldn't even move, like it was in my upper abdomen, but I couldn't even move without like being like super uncomfortable. And so I was like, oh my gosh, what is this pain? And my mom was just like, it probably has to do with the flu, it's probably just symptoms that you have. And I was like, okay. But as like the day went on, it started getting worse and worse, and I was like, I don't think this is the flu, like this is something weird, because I had never felt that pain before. And so I asked my friend Allie, which you guys know Allie, I'm at her house literally right now, but she's a nurse. And so I asked her, I gave her some of my symptoms, seeing if she could maybe help me figure it out or see why I'm in like that pain. And she gave me a few things, and she was like, you know, maybe it just has to do with the flu, like you need to call your doctor, because I was telling her some things, and she was like, you need to like figure out what's going on, so like call your doctor. So I told my mom, because I started getting to the point where I was like, ears like disgustingly nauseous. I couldn't drink even like, I could only drink water without like feeling like I was gonna puke, but I couldn't puke because I hadn't, I'm sorry, I'm getting a little graphic here. I couldn't throw up because I had nothing in my stomach at all. So I was literally just like disgustingly nauseous and sick, and I couldn't even lay down comfortably. I couldn't stand up. When I stood up, I was like hunching over the whole time. I couldn't do anything comfortably, and I was like, this is the worst I've ever felt. So we go back to a different urgent care, and the guy's asking me kind of, you know, like, well, do you have a cough? Do you have this? And I was like, no, like I don't. It's mainly my stomach and like these headaches I'm getting. Like, I don't know what is going on. So he was like, okay, well, we're just gonna do a chest x-ray just in case, because he like felt around where the pain was. And he's like, we're gonna do a chest x-ray just in case. And they took like a urine sample, and everything came back fine. And he was like, I'm gonna send you to the GI, the gastroenterologist, because he's like, it might have something to do with your gallbladder, because of where he like felt the pain, or whenever he was like feeling my stomach, and wherever I was like, okay, yeah, that's where it hurts, is where he was like, yeah, that seems like your gallbladder. So I was like, okay. And so he's like, I'm gonna send you to the GI, blah, blah, blah. So I go to the GI. I hadn't eaten for like 2-3 days, like straight, just, I couldn't like look at food. I couldn't smell food without wanting to vomit, and it was really bad. And my fever had gone away at this point. I stopped taking Tamiflu. I stopped taking any medicine I was taking altogether. Like I just stopped taking medicine because I was scared. Like I didn't know what was gonna work, what wasn't, so I just stopped. So when we got to the GI, he was asking me a bunch of questions. He was telling me, he was like, do you take Advil? And I was like, yeah, I take Advil. Like I actually take Advil a decent amount, just for like whenever I feel like any pain, for headaches, whether it's like cramping, anything, I kind of just take Advil. I never really thought there was anything wrong with Advil. But he was like, well, how much do you take? And I was like, well, each time I take Advil, I take 3 Advils. The little red tablets, I take 3 of them. And I was like, I don't know, maybe once or twice, maybe 3 times a week, just depending on like my pain. Sometimes I don't take it at all, like during a week. It just depends. And he was like, okay. And he was like, well, that's not good for you. He was like, so the amount of Advil you're taking is really, really bad for your body, which I didn't even think I was taking that much to begin with. But he was like, Advil in general, it's a blood thinner. It's pretty bad for your stomach. It can cause ulcers. It can cause like damage to your liver, things like that. And so I was like, oh gosh. And he was like asking me so many questions about, you know, just like how I've been feeling. He felt around my stomach too, the pain, everything like that. He was like, you know what, I think you have a stomach ulcer, and I think it has to do with the Advil that you've been taking. And I was like, oh, great. So he's like, we're gonna schedule an ultrasound to look around at your stomach, your liver, your gallbladder, everything, just to see if everything's okay. All right, guys, sorry if the setup changed. My memory card got full, so I had to delete some things. So they said they were gonna do an ultrasound, and then he said they're also gonna do an endoscopy just to kind of look at my stomach. An endoscopy is when they stick a tube down your throat. They look all around in your stomach and just see if there's anything going on, what's going on in there. And they also ended up taking some blood that day just to, you know, check everything. And so we scheduled my endoscopy, scheduled my ultrasound, took some blood. And then a few days later, I got my blood test results back, and 3 of my like levels were high, like were elevated. And so I asked Allie, I was like, which enzymes are these? Like what levels are these? And she was like, those are your liver enzymes. And so I was like, what does that mean? Like, I started freaking out. If you know me, you know I'm a worst case scenario thinker. I am very much of like an anxious person, especially like medically. So whenever I hear things that like I've never heard before, I'm like, oh my gosh, do I have like, what's going on with me? What if I die? Like, what if my liver's like, I start thinking all of these things, like the things that are going wrong. And so I started freaking out, of course, and like called my mom, and I was like, what does like that mean, my liver enzymes? And he was like, if it was really urgent, like he would have you come in like right now, but he's like just gonna have me come in the next week when I had my ultrasound scheduled anyway. He was like, whenever you come back for your ultrasound, also make sure you take more blood, just so we can look at it again and be sure. So my liver enzymes were really high and my blood platelets were low. So that was kind of like, that's weird. What is that? And so we go back, we get my ultrasound done and taken care of, and that was fine. My ultrasound was just like, she just literally, you know, an ultrasound. She put some gel in my stomach, looked all around, took a bunch of pictures, and then we got that done and over with. And then we took more blood, and then again waited a few days. And at this point, after I had seen the GI the first time, my stomach was like, I wasn't having any more pain. I wasn't having like, it was weird. It kind of all just went away. But he did give me some medicine to take. He gave me some Zofran for my nausea, which amazing. He gave me some medicine for my, like, it's supposed to help lessen the acid in my stomach. So that really helped, I think, a little bit. And I started feeling just normal again, like no pain, no issues whatsoever. But he did he gave me like this list of foods that I should like kind of eat to wean back on to like normal foods. But it was like a high fiber diet. So he wanted me to stick to like applesauce and oatmeal and like kind of just the blue. If you fart one more time, oh my gosh, Allie, get your dog. He like started putting me on this really basic food, like drinking a lot of water, but like he wanted me to kind of be careful, like no really caffeinated drinks, even though I'm sorry, but I'm still drinking coffee. I can't go without coffee. You know, alcohol, things like that. And so I was like, all right, that's fine. Like, I just want to feel better. And so I was doing that for a little while, which kind of sucked though. Like eating just oatmeal, toast, applesauce every day was like terrible. I was still not really getting a full meal, but I was kind of nervous because like after I would eat something gross or big or like oils or vinaigrettes or like salads, it hurt my stomach so bad. Like I could not, it felt like it did the first time. It was so bad. Whenever I went back, like I wasn't having any more pains or anything like that, which was really good. I was taking my medicine he gave me, all of that stuff. And so we got my blood taken again, whatever. And then the day after my ultrasound, I had my endoscopy. So I go and get my endoscopy done. I was like super nervous, but when I went, basically he told me after the whole surgery and everything, he told me your stomach is just really messed up. He was like, and I wasn't expecting to hear this because I had been feeling literally fine. So I was not expecting to hear that. And so he was like, your stomach is like eroded, like it's so messed up, it's raw. I mean, he was telling me like, your stomach is pretty messed up, and I was like, what? How? Like, how is my stomach so messed up? And he was like, I think the Advil contributes to all of it. Like, don't take any more Advil. And I was like, I'm never taking Advil again. Like, I will take Tylenol or like no medicine and do some natural remedies or something. I'm never taking Advil again. Like, I got so nervous after he told me that. And he was like, just stay away from Advil. And so he was like, what I want you to do is come back and see me in 2 weeks, and we're gonna check everything. Tell me about like when he gets my results from my ultrasound, he'll call me. And I was like, okay. So I had to go back in 2 weeks, but he told me to continue to take that medicine that lessens the acid in my stomach, and he gave me this like, again, strict diet that I need to follow, but it was more of like just high fiber foods he wants me to stay on. And then a few days later, we got my blood test results back again from when I took blood when I had my ultrasound. And sure enough, my mono results came back positive. Like, I don't even know how. Apparently you can have mono for up to 6 months without even knowing. But I didn't have like the normal mono symptoms that a lot of people get, where it's like, you know, you're tired, like super tired, your throat is like on fire. I didn't have any of those symptoms at all. For that 1 week was the only week that I had felt like absolute death. Like, that was the only week I had ever felt so sick in my life. And like, but after that, I felt fine. I felt normal, like no issues or anything like that. And I mean, the doctor told my mom, he's like, sometimes that just happens. Like, that's normal. Sometimes, you know, the symptoms just aren't as strong, or people don't feel them as much. Like, you can have mono still, because my results came back positive. Like, I have mono, which is so weird for me to say because I feel perfectly fine. But basically, if you've had mono before, you get pretty tired, your throat, I mean, it can last for like 2 to 3 weeks, but it can like, you need to be careful for at least up to 6 months with like, because mono obviously has to do with your spleen, but it also has to do with your liver. And that's why my liver enzymes were high, was because of the mono. And so it had to do with my liver also. Basically, he was just like, rest, you know, you can't do anything really for mono, same thing as flu and stuff. He was like, rest. No Tylenol, anything like that, nothing, like no medicine. And I'm just not gonna take any medicine. But he was like, yeah, you have mono, which I'm like, that's so weird to me. Like, I feel perfectly fine. But he was like, you just need to be careful. Up to 6 months, you might feel some fatigue or tiredness. He was like, no like heavy exercise, anything like that. You know, you just gotta be careful. And like, listen to my body, all of this stuff. Like, if I'm feeling tired, then I need to rest, all of this stuff. But I felt fine since that time I went and saw him and he gave me that medicine. But apparently I have mono. But the mono is separate from my stomach problems. And he still wants to figure out why my stomach, well, he doesn't really want to figure out why my stomach's all eroded, because he thinks it's the Advil. But he wants to, you know, just check on my stomach, check on me, make sure everything's good. I'm doing what I need to do, because my stomach will eventually heal itself and metabolize. So that's what's been going on with me, and it's been a while. It's been going on for a few weeks now, just trying to figure things out. I think this is the 3rd week, like, since I got sick. And I mean, I've been feeling fine, luckily. I mean, not luckily, but like, it's kind of, I got fortunate with it, as in like, I got sick during this corona thing. It's not fortunate. I don't know how to word it in a way that's like, makes me sound like I'm not being like rude or anything, but like, I got it in a time where like my school is like canceled, or my school's done for the rest of the semester. Like, college, we're moved to online for the rest of the semester. So I got lucky with that, to where I wouldn't miss classes. It's kind of this whole self-quarantining thing. I've been able to rest anyway in my room and not do much, just because nobody's really doing much because of this whole social distancing. And so I've been able to rest with that, which has been really good. But for a while it was kind of scary, because I had never had stomach issues, nothing wrong with my liver, my gallbladder, anything like that. And so it was kind of scary at first, and I'm still cautious of what I put in my body, what I eat, because I don't want that pain again. But yeah, it's been a lot. It's been weird. So I'm sorry for me being gone for so long and how long I've been like missing, but I've just been trying to figure things out with my body. But I just, wanted to figure things out and figure out what's been going on. So that's what's been happening with me lately. But I promise I'm trying to become more consistent, but I want to put out good things onto YouTube and onto my channel. I don't want to be putting like boring videos that are repetitive that nobody wants to see, no one wants to watch. Like, I want to do it for myself as well, so I'm trying to become more consistent. I'm trying to post videos that people would enjoy watching. So I'm sorry for being so MIA lately and not posting as much. Like I said, I want to put fun videos out for you guys, good content, good things for you guys to watch. That's what's been going on. I hope you guys enjoyed this long rant of me being sick, but had to get it out there so you guys knew I wasn't just gone because I wanted to be. I'm about to do some schoolwork because, yes, like I said, our school moved to all online. We had it to where we were just gonna be online for 2 weeks because the thing happened in time where we had 2 weeks before spring break. So we were gonna do, after our spring break, we were gonna re-evaluate everything, see if we come back. But then we got an email saying that school is canceled for the rest of the semester in person and that we are gonna transition to all online, which is kind of sad, but I kind of got lucky because I was taking 4 classes and 3 of them were already online, so it was just 1 that got moved. So basically I just had 1 and that one was like super easy to be moved. Now all the beaches in Florida are closed, so we don't even have spring break. So yeah, hopefully this whole thing is figured out before the end of June because my friends and I, it's my 21st birthday and we all planned a trip to Miami, and I'm really hoping we can all go. We booked our Airbnb yesterday and stuff. Flights are super cheap, so I don't know. I'm hoping this whole thing gets figured out before then so we're able to go. So anyways, what I'm gonna do right now is probably sit here with Blue, do some schoolwork, and just kind of hang out for a little bit with this guy. Hey guys, so I'm just kind of checking in. I got a lot of schoolwork done. I got all of my work done for 3 of my classes, so that means I only have work left for 1. I'll get to doing that the rest of the week, but I'm taking a break from school right now. I'm just chilling with Blue. It's about 3 o'clock right now, and I'm probably gonna stay here for a little bit longer and hang out with him, and then I'll probably go home and make some dinner and just chill out. You say hi, buddy. Hey guys, so I just got home back to my apartment. And I changed into a sweatshirt because, like I said, this weather is not it. It is raining and it's not super cold, but the rain makes it a little chilly. But now I'm all comfy at home. It's about 4:15 right now, and in a little bit I'm gonna make some food. Honestly, I'm probably just gonna make this frozen pizza I bought and eat a little something. So guys, I actually ended up making dinner now. I'm making that pizza. I just wanted to show you guys. It's this Simply Truth Organic. It's the Greek style. I love any Greek food at all. But I love Greek pizza, so I just put it in. I'm gonna have a few slices of that. It's like 4:30 right now. I know it's kind of early, but I haven't eaten since 11, so. Okay guys, so I made the pizza. It came out pretty fast. I have like 4 slices, but I'm a hungry gal and they're small, so I have that with some ranch, and I'm about to watch American Idol with it because I love American Idol. This season's pretty good and I missed the one from last night, so this is what I've got going on right now. A little bit of dinner, American Idol, and yeah, I'm just hanging out and chilling. Guys, this is what my social distancing has led me to. Being lazier than I've ever been in my entire life. And, you know, I just can't do this anymore. It's driving me insane. If you're relating to me and if you're going crazy right now, let me know. Because I can't be socially distant anymore. I'm bored. I'm tired. I'm lazy. I've never been so lazy in my life. I can't even bring myself to do an at-home workout because there's no motivation for me working out in my room. I mean, I'm just speaking truth here. I would love to show you guys me doing more, me working out, but you know, I just can't bring myself to do it, and that's okay. Summer's gonna get whatever bod I give it. So I've just been hanging out for a while now. I don't even know what time it is. I watched American Idol and I'm just chilling, and I'm probably gonna end up taking a bath and maybe lighting a candle and just, you know, spending my night on TikTok like I always do. This is so bad. This is terrible for me. I'm just no motivation to do anything. I don't even have motivation to self-tan or to shave or exfoliate or do any of that. This is what my life has come to. That's probably what I'm going to do. I'm going to get a bath, light a candle, watch some talks, and chill. Okay guys, so I'm finally out of the bath. I was in there for a while. I was just scrolling through TikTok. I'm just probably gonna end off the vlog here because the rest of the night I'm gonna be in, probably just doing what I've been doing. But I just wanna thank you guys for watching this video. I'm sorry if it was boring, but this is realistic what I've basically been doing while I've been social distancing and self-quarantining. So it's been rough, but thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoy, and I will see you guys all in my next video.